Alright, so resistance on your bike, as always, we start off with effort level around about a 5, 5.5 maybe. So resistance is on, but very low. So for those of you who have done the last 2 days sessions with me, we went pretty hard, right? A little bit wobbly, a little bit shaky towards the end. Maybe a couple of handlebar collapses at the end as well, you know. So just be mindful of the levels that you've been working at the last couple of days. And today, maybe you don't want to work quite so hard. But of course it depends on what you've got to do the rest of the week. Always bear that in mind, what you've got to do the rest of the week. So tomorrow, Saturday, Sunday, have that in your mind. Okay, we're ready, we're building up. Give me a little bit more resistance now. Now I'm going to give you a couple of choices today. And your main choice is going to be about speed. So your cadence, your leg speed, your pedal speed. That's going to be your main choice. And for those of you who haven't done these last 2 days of sessions, we've been doing slow cadence work the last 2 days. If you want to do that today, you are welcome to. If you want to go at a faster speed, you're welcome to do that as well. Because of course, it's your ride, you can do whatever you want with it. You can work harder, you can work a little bit easier level, it's up to you. But just for now, focus on the warm-up, single leg, working one leg, focus on that one leg, turn those circles, try and make contact the whole way round that circle, make that circle as big as you can, using every muscle in your legs. Switching sides, over onto the other leg, and again make that big circle. Try and think of each quarter of that circle, so push down, push back, lift up, push over. Try and connect the whole way round. It might feel a little bit glitchy, that's okay. Focus on where that little glitchy part is and work on it. Make it smoother. Take it back to both legs. And give me a little bit more resistance. Just a quick mic check. Can everybody hear me okay? Give me a quick thumbs up. Yes, good, lovely, thank you. So, effort level now. Maybe about a 6. And again, we focus on one leg and we focus on the down and back. So connect the bottom of that pedal stroke. Think of it as like a half elliptical. You're pushing down and back. Don't worry about the pull forwards yet. Just think about pushing down and back. Connect those two parts. Switching sides, onto the other leg, down and back, down and back. starting to build up a bit now. And back to both legs. Give me a little bit more on your resistance. Effort level, about a 6.5 now maybe. Last time for one leg. So we go down and back, pull forwards. Think of it now as backwards and forwards, backwards and forwards. Not down and up, backwards and forwards. Those big muscles in your legs and your hips, they're really good at going backwards and forwards. Not so good at going up. There's not much power there. There's a lot more power in the forwards part of a circle. Last time, switching sides. Backwards, forwards. Elliptical. Don't worry if you can't get the forwards pulling action over the top. Just make sure you're not still pushing it. As that pedal's going forwards, you don't want to be pushing backwards, right? Bring it back to both legs. So a nice steady cadence right now. Whatever speed you've chosen, it's up to you. Remember I said today there's choices? Yeah, that's one of them. You can choose your speed. Okay, get your effort level now to a 7 out of 10. So if you need a little bit more resistance to get there, do it. Now, you have 60 seconds to decide what speed you want to work at today. So if you want to go slow, if you want to use that beat, you're welcome to. If you want to use whatever speed you want to use that's faster, yeah, you can. It's up to you. But no slower than the beat. Okay, so effort level right now, just hovering around a 7 out of 10. So it's comfortable, your breathing is definitely faster than it was about 9 minutes ago. We've been here 9 minutes already. It's amazing. Just like that. Alright. It's going to be a different challenge today. Now some of you will know one of my favourite profiles. 1 minute on, 1 minute off, 20 times. It's one of my favourite profiles. We're not doing that today. Just saying. We're not doing that today. What we're doing is 40 minutes on with a difference. So in each one of those 40 minutes, which has started now by the way, you're going to be giving me a little bit more in each minute. And we're going to kind of play around with it a little bit. So we're going to break it down into rounds. But we're not going to be backing off and taking rest. So I want you to remember this level. And I want you to think, how tough is this level? It's not that tough. I want you to think, if the guy in that little square said to me, let's do this for 2 hours, you'd be like, yeah, I could do that. That's this level. Okay, are you ready? I'm going to ask you to increase your intensity however you wish to do it. For 15 seconds. Ready? However you wish to do it, speed or resistance, now. It's up to you. 3, 2, 1, slow it back down, or turn your resistance back down, whatever you decided to do. So after every single effort that you make, you're returning to this effort level. Now of course at the end of an effort that you put in, you're going to be breathing a little bit harder. So it's going to feel like, oh, that's not a 7 out of 10. But it is, it's just that you're recovering from a higher level of work. Okay, ready, we're going again. It's time, it's 20 seconds. Ready? Speed up or resistance up. Now, it's up to you. Which one do you want to use? Speed or resistance? It's your choice. You get to choose a lot of things today. 5, 3, 2, 1. Back it off. Now, if you're working too hard during that little short effort that we're doing, you won't be able to come back to the level that you said was your 7 out of 10 level and continue working. You'll need to take rest, or at least slow down too much. We don't want that. I want you to really think about this today. Okay, getting ready. This time, 25 seconds. Ready? Go. So in this first round, I'm choosing to speed up. That's my choice. Whatever your choice is, that's okay. 3, 2, 1. Slow it back down. Now I want you to imagine that you're with a group of 5 people. Shock. There's 5 of us. And each one of us is holding each of the others accountable to some level. We're outside, we're riding our road bikes, and the ride is continuing whether you drop off the back because you're working too hard during these efforts or not. Ready? 30-second effort. Go! Tank gone. Ten to go. 3, 2, 1. Slow it back down. Now I haven't said to you a specific effort level for that timed working period or harder working period. I haven't said I want it at a 9 or a 9.5. What I've said is, you work at whatever level you want to, but you must be able to bring it back down to this level and carry on. So that really does kind of put a limit to how hard you can go for that timed, higher intensity effort, right? Am I making sense? I hope I am. Okay, you ready? We go for 35 seconds this time. Ready? Go! Tank gone. Whew. To go. 3, 2, 1. Slow it back down or turn your resistance back down. Ooh. So now it should be feeling quite a bit more challenging than it was at the start. So again, ask yourself, is my 7 out of 10 level too tough? Is it really too tough? Or is it just that I'm working too hard during that timed higher intensity effort? Whatever effort you choose, you must be able to recover from and keep up with the group, right? Otherwise, you're going to get dropped off the back. 40 seconds, ready? Go. 40 seconds. Gone. Ooh. 5, 2, 1. Back down to the level you said was your 7. To recover. Ooh. So the effort level I chose to work at was about an 8.5. It's about an 8.5. So you know I described at the beginning my 1 minute on, 1 minute off profile? That was to give you an idea of the levels that you could use. So when we do that 1 minute on, 1 minute off profile, we're working at a 9 and a 7. 9, 7, 9, 7, 9, 7. So you know you can go at a 9 for 1 minute and still recover at a 7. Okay, 45 seconds, ready? Ready? Go! Now you might be thinking, well, 8.5, that's not that challenging. Tell me what you feel like at the end of this session. Because I know that an 8.5, yeah, that ain't easy. And if it's non-stop, it definitely isn't easy. 5. And recover at your 7. So now, are you feeling like this recovery time is enough time to recover? If it isn't, okay, good. If it isn't, start to check yourself on your working level. Because if that working level is too much, you're going to be the sprinter at the end of 100 meters who can hardly speak a word. When that interviewer comes over and says, so how does it feel to win? And they go, they can't speak because they're working so hard. I don't want that to be you today, right? Okay, we go to 50 seconds this time. Are you ready? Give me that 50-second effort. Go. Remember what you got to do in this session. You've always got to recover. You've always got to recover after each effort. Or you're no longer with the group. Because you've got dropped off the back. Don't let that happen. 10 seconds. 5, 2, 1. Slow it back down or turn your resistance down, whatever you chose. Now the group is working at a 7 out of 10. If you're having to go to a 6 or a 5, then you're starting to fall off the back of the group, right? It's not the goal. If you're going too hard, you're going off the front of the group and leaving the group behind. But then, because of that, you're falling off the back during the recovery time. All you got to do is stay with the group at all times. Especially if you don't know where you're riding, then you've got to stay with the group. Because your good friend Steve, he might turn right when you don't know he's turning right. Okay, 55 seconds this time. Are you ready? Go! It's either speed up or resistance up. Speed up at the same resistance, resistance up at the same speed. You choose. But your goal is to stay with the group. Not to go off the front because you're going so hard, and then not to fall off the back because you're having to go easy to recover. "15 seconds to go. 5, 3, 2, 1. Back off. Ooh. Now it's just starting to get interesting at this point. Because by now, we've done a good number of efforts. And by now you should know exactly how much you can give on each of those higher intensity efforts so that you can still recover. Alright, we're getting ready. We go up to 60 seconds. This is going to be a challenge now. Are you still with the group? Let's find out. Ready? 60 seconds. Go! Approaching halfway. Now. Ooh. 15 to go. 5. And back off. Back down to your 7. Whew. Oh, right then it hit me. That was a tough one. Just that continuous pedal stroke, pushing the level a little bit each time, starts to build up. So again, you have choices right now. Your first choice is to follow what I'm going to give you to do, which is we're going to continue with this non-stop work. Your second choice is you start to make it more of an anaerobic interval session. So you go a little bit harder and then you go a little bit easier to take rest. The other choice you have is to completely change your speed. So, if you were going slow, and you have a choice if you want to stay slow or go faster, make the choice. You don't have to change. You either choose to change it or choose not to. That's it. That's your choice. That's okay. Alright, we're in our recovery time right here. And we're going to keep building. So the time that I'm going to ask you to work a little bit harder for is going to gradually get longer. So we worked our way from 15 seconds up to 60 in the first half. And of course there was lots of efforts because they were short. In this second half, there won't be so many efforts to do because the time for each effort is going to get longer. Now you also have to think, well, if the time I'm going to be working hard for is going to get longer, can I work harder and still recover at the same level? So you might need to mitigate how hard you work as the time increases, right? Okay, how was that recovery time? I kind of enjoyed it. Yeah. I know I'll be wanting more in about 5 minutes. Okay, we're getting ready. 30 seconds. This time we go for 1 minute and 10. Now be consistent through this time. Check yourself. Check your speed, check your resistance. Stay consistent for the working time. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Now make sure it's not a 10-second sprint and then a hanging on for dear life for the rest of the time. Make sure it's just a slight uptick in effort to a level that you can maintain. 30 seconds gone. $45 gone. $15 to go. 5, 2, 1, back it off. Ooh. My legs were definitely telling me something then. They were telling me, hey, we're in the second half now. Ooh. Are you recovering? Breathing coming back down, little bit by bit. Legs saying, yeah, I feel okay again, but only just. Give it a few more seconds. You'll be feeling okay again. Ready to push it one more time. Alright, we're getting ready. Now remember, you can change what you're doing at any time. Ready? 80 seconds, 1 minute 20. Go. "30 seconds gone. Make sure whatever speed you're at, you keep it consistent. Approaching the 1 minute mark now. Now, 20 seconds to go. Oh. To go. 5. And back it off. Well done. Make sure you didn't go so hard that you need to go so easy now. Ooh. So none of these are maximal efforts, right? None of these are supposed to be sucked up that you can't continue. So recovery time, you should be starting to feel that your breathing has just come under control again. If not now, in the next few seconds. So I know when my breathing has come under control, because the next thing that goes through my mind is, take a drink. That's what goes through my mind. Oh, I can breathe again. Oh, now I can take a drink. Alright. Is it getting tougher? Or is it just me? Is that sweat pouring? Or is it just me? Are you breathing hard? Or is it just me? Because you know I can't hear you, right? I get a 1-inch bubble. That's all I get to see. Alright. Next one. Goes up to 1 minute 30. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Go. Already feeling this one. Focus on that elliptical pedal stroke so that I'm not losing that efficiency. There we go, feels better. Woo. Building up. Approaching the halfway mark. now.
Would you ever take it with me?
30 seconds to go. 30 seconds to go. 15. 5, 2, 1. Back it off. So 37 minutes we've been going for. I haven't touched my resistance dial once. The sweat's pouring, the breath is heavy and fast, the fatigue is starting to come in, and I haven't changed my resistance level once. Not for nearly 30 minutes. But I know now I'm working harder. Because with every effort that we do, it's a little bit longer. Alright, how we doing? We're coming into the final 10 minutes. We're hanging in there. So imagine now you're in a race. You're either still with the race or you're off the back because you overcooked it at the beginning. Always remember, the time of your session, time your workout is for, with me is always the same, right? 50 minutes. 40 minutes of working time. We've got to make the most of it. Okay, we take it up to 1 minute 40. Ooh. I'm going to be sucking in air on this one. Are you ready? 1 minute 40. 3, 2, 1, go! Woo. Thirty seconds gone. One minute to go. Oh. Yeah. Woo. 30 seconds. Come on, work for this now. We're into the final 10 minutes. 75% of your work time is done. 10 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Back off. Ooh. Oh. Starting to struggle now. I'm doing it as well. I'm struggling right there. I really want to take rest time. I don't know about you guys. that I do. But I know it's just a state of mind, right? If I tell myself I need rest, I'll need rest. If I tell myself it's okay, I just got to breathe through it. It'll be okay. And I'll be able to continue. Okay. We are working our way to the finish now. We've only got 2 more of these to go. How you doing now? I'm a little bit shaky. Yeah. Yeah. I feel like I've got somebody behind me kicking my backside. It's my shadow. Alright, we're getting ready. It's 1 minute 50 on the next one. We're getting there, we're nearly there. 1 minute 50. You had choices today. Are you ready? 1 minute 50. Go! It's 20 gone. Not quite sure what I'm looking around for. I think it's an oxygen tank. Coming up to the minute mark. Now, 50 seconds to go. We're over halfway. Come on. Get your head into it by getting your head out of it. This is your second to last effort. 20 seconds to go. 10. 5. 3, 2, 1. Back it up. I'm going to be checking myself into a 3-day low-level rehab after this week. It's called Friday, Saturday and Sunday are easy days. That's what it's called. But I am not going to let up on myself now. You know why? That's why. That's why. It's number 1. You're number 1. You're number 1. You're number 1. You're number 1. Is that your next door neighbour? Your next door neighbour's number 1? Oh, I got it. Alright, we're getting ready. So we started off with 15 seconds. In the first half we built it up by 5 seconds on every one. In the second half, we increased it by 10 seconds for every one. This is your last one. This is the final one. It's 2 minutes. But as I always say, you got to get to this point to do the final one. Ready in 5, 2 minutes. Give it what you got. Go. Make this the best 2 minutes of this whole hour. Ooh. Coming up to halfway. Now, 1 minute gone. 1 minute to go. What are you going to do with the last minute? I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to stick with it. It will not beat me. It will not beat you. It's only time. 30. What are you going to do with the final 30? What are you going to do with the final 20? What are you going to do with the final 10? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back off. Oh man. That was not easy. Well done for sticking with it. There's one important thing I said there just as we came into the last effort was take your mind out of it to put your mind into it, or take your brain out of it to put your brain into it. Two things. If your conscious is telling you, nah, you can't do this one, then you probably won't and you'll probably quit. Take that out of the ball game. Remember, these levels are about being honest with yourself. Don't try and do something that you know you can't do, because that's not going to end in success. And I want you to succeed in everything you do here. It's all about succeeding. Whatever the plan is, I want you to achieve it. Most importantly, I want you to get to the end and say, yes, I did well. I achieved what I set out to achieve. And you know, sometimes setting out to achieve failure is the goal, right? Because sometimes you do want to fail in the session. That means that you've achieved your breaking point. Think about it. Sometimes we want to find out what we're capable of. That's important as well. Alright, make sure you stay on there for at least 5 minutes. Have that cool down time, return your bodies back down to where they need to be to continue with the rest of your day. Have a fantastic rest of your day. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for joining me this week. And I'll see you, I don't know what that means, but up there, whatever. Have a great one. Take care.